Hello! In this video, we're going to be going over the best beginner projects for aspiring game developers. The other day, after I showed a game I was working on, someone asked me, how did you do that? Well, I've been using Unreal Engine for a while, and I didn't start with this. By working on many smaller different game projects, it's helped me gain a range of different skills. I've made 2D platformers, top-down shooters, and much more. So, today, I want to cover the 5 best game dev beginner game projects to help improve your skills and make you a better developer. Too often, new developers want to start by building the next big open world game, like Skyrim. And while that's an amazing goal, it's just too much too soon. You wouldn't know where to begin, and you likely lack the foundational skills. Not to mention, many game developers who start their game project don't even end up finishing their game. That's why, in this video, I'll cover 5 specific games that you can make from complete start to finish. We'll start simple, with each project increasing in difficulty to help you develop your skills and abilities. And by the end of it, hopefully you feel confident to start making a game. Before we get started, I'm an authorized Unreal Engine instructor, and I've made a completely free Unreal Engine beginner course that will teach you the fundamentals of Unreal Engine. Make sure to check that out. There's a link to that in the description of the video. Also, shout out to Candle-san who inspired this list of games. Let's start with one of the first games ever made, Pong. It's a simple game that should be easy to make. The game involves a ball bouncing between 2 paddles. You'll learn a lot, like the absolute basics of how to set up a new project, how to handle input from a keyboard or controller, and how to manage simple collisions between objects. You'll also learn how to use game logic to detect points and add sound effects. You'll also have a chance to play around with some UI elements, as you'll have to display a score for both your player and your enemy. And you'll have to implement some logic which will make the game end when one player reaches a required number of points. The second game you should make is Brick Breaker. This builds directly on the skills you learned from Pong. We're still going to be using a simple paddle character, although this time you're going to have a ball which bounces around and destroys a bunch of bricks. Each time a brick is destroyed, the player character's score will increase. Although this time, in Brick Breaker, there are a bunch of different power-ups. So in Brick Breaker, you can unlock a laser which can also allow you to shoot projectiles which can destroy bricks. You can get things like an exploding ball, which will make it so your ball will be explosive, and then when it explodes, it will explode a bunch of bricks around it. There'll be a life system, so in Brick Breaker you can run out of lives, and when you lose all your lives, you'll get game over. With Brick Breaker, you have to design and manage multiple different levels. There's not just one simple level. My future plan is to actually recreate each of these game ideas. You can find more about that on my website, link in the description. And for the Brick Breaker game, ages ago I used to play Brick Breaker on my BlackBerry, and I really like the version of my game on my BlackBerry. I think the look of it is nice, and it has some nice power-ups like a rocket, laser, and much more. So I think that's the version of Brick Breaker that I'm going to recreate when I do that. Next is the infamous Flappy Bird. This side-scrolling game is perfect for learning new concepts whilst keeping the scope small. You'll learn how to apply input and physics skills like from the previous games, but now we're going to add procedural level generation in a very simple way. So making the pipes appear endlessly, and we're going to work with a simple character and give them animations. So we're going to make it so the bird is flapping when we click on the screen or tap on it. And for this project, when I recreate it, I don't want to recreate it in the simple 2D style. I do think that is good, but I think I'm going to do it in a 3D style, and I'll make the graphics look pretty similar to how Fat Dino did when he made his Flappy Bird recreation. So there he made it in a 3D world. I think that'll make it a bit more challenging, but not too difficult, and should help you build your skills. For the fourth game project, we're going to make a classic platformer, like Super Mario Bros. Here, we're going to hone in on all of the previous skills we've learnt whilst creating a 2D side-scroller game. We'll handle more advanced collision detection for platforms and adding basic enemy AI that can control back and forth which our player can kill. We will create a overworld where the player character can move between levels and unlock new levels to progress. This can be recreated in either a 2D or 2.5D style because Unreal Engine does support creating 2D games, although you may feel more comfortable creating this in a 2.5D style. I will probably recreate this in a 2D style because it's still possible to do with Unreal Engine, and it will also show some flexibility of Unreal Engine. We don't just need to create 3D games with it. And then for the final game, we are going to create a top-down shooter game. I'm thinking of doing this as a wave-based zombie survival game. So this game will go on indefinitely. The player character will be able to unlock multiple different weapons and power-ups. This game will combine all of the skills we've learned so far and will add more advanced logic. We're going to have more complex AI and different enemy types, and we're going to have a ton of chances to incorporate sound effects and visual effects. So like I said, for the top-down shooter, I'm thinking this can be a wave-based game, or it could be a level-based game. There was this game called Super Hotline Miami, which was kind of a mix between the game Super Hot and Hotline Miami. It's a top-down game where time moves only when you move, so it could also be a level-based game. And here we basically design multiple different levels. It would still incorporate the same concepts, would have multiple different weapons and multiple different enemy AI types. So with these 5 games in mind, Pong, Breakbreaker, Flappy Bird, a 2D platformer, and a top-down shooter, you have a clear step-by-step path from complete beginner to capable solo developer. I actually did remake some of these games. I think I have some tutorials on some of them, although I want to redo them in a much more polished way so that they're even more valuable. If you're completely new to Unreal Engine, make sure to check out my free Unreal Engine beginner course. And if you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!